Welcome to 50 Ways to Succeed at Work, where you hear stuff about ways to succeed even the most well-intentioned colleagues, advisors, careers officers and HR departments may never get around to mentioning. Welcome to episode 33, Tackling Trivia. Just because you're smart, you can't avoid trivia. Scores of engineers watched their screens with bated breath. They were tracking Mariner 1, the first interplanetary space probe in 1962. To the dismay of those present, the probe diverted from its preset trajectory to crash and burn. The cause of this $80 billion failure was a single missing hyphen in the computer code. Many jobs require attention to detail. To develop more vigorous attention to detail, you may need to practice organizational skills, time management skills, analytical skills, observational skills, and active listening skills. At your work, attention to detail may not be mission critical, as for the NASA probe, yet it proves to be essential for most jobs, and probably yours too. If you're good with detail, employers will come to see you as precise, careful, and conscientious. Being thorough and consistent when performing tasks can also help you complete work-related functions without much supervision. While few jobs have the potential to cause a Mariner-scale loss, minor errors like typos or missing punctuation marks can still have profound implications. This explains why employers check candidates like you for attention to detail and your readiness to improve those skills further. The brighter you are, though, the more you may resent dealing with what seems trivia. At one extreme, your response could be, "This stuff is way below my talent." Or, "I feel insulted to be asked to do this stuff." Or even, "This isn't why I studied so hard to end up doing this rubbish." While these are understandable reactions, they could undermine your chances of success at work. So how best can you handle trivia? One obvious way is, for example, create lists, maintain a routine, make quality a priority, learn to meditate. Another step is to make the best use of it. By moaning about trivia, you risk being labelled as unwilling to do your fair share of the boring bits of work. Also, aim to turn annoying trivia to your advantage. For example, even trivia can help keep your brain sharp and engaged. Research shows that people and organizations spend a disproportionate amount of time on trivia, despite the need to give it some attention. Even bosses suffer from this weakness. In some ways, this is good news, since it's your chance to stand out by highlighting wasted efforts. For example, choosing your moment, you might politely suggest, "Perhaps we're missing the bigger picture here," or "Could we be losing focus spending time on this rather than something else?" Or "It looks like we're avoiding the main issue facing us." Trivial issues are usually simple, easy to tackle, and you can feel comfortable with them. There's also a low level of accountability required. It's no big deal if something goes wrong. Deciding on a vastly expensive project is far scarier. Even though tackling trivia can feel soul-destroying, solving these issues can give you a feeling of accomplishment, something to tick off on your list. You can return home feeling you've done something helpful today. Solving trivial issues, though, can fill your entire day. It's a wonderful way to procrastinate. So what action am I proposing? Well, first of all, don't assume that the trivia coming your way is unimportant. Check it out first. Secondly, do your fair share of tackling the trivia before making a fuss about it. Thirdly, when trivia seems to be diverting attention from critical issues, be willing to say so. And my takeaway from this? Over 80% of employees say they've lost time on work-specific tasks unrelated to their core job. Tackle trivia and only assume something is trivial if you've checked it out. You've been listening to an episode of Andrew's 50 Ways to Succeed at Work. For more episodes, subscribe free to my regular weekly podcasts. You can catch up on past ones at the 50ways.site, where you can also become a Foundation member with access to e-learning units, transcripts, further reading links, and the forum, where you can ask questions, share problems, and join a growing community of people who seriously want to succeed at work. Thanks for listening, and bye for now until next week.